it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to QS Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. Welcome. I'm out here by myself today, literally just going fishing. I had a charter that canceled, and if there's anything I've learned in my time as a charter captain is if your charter cancels, you always go because something cool happens. But I was gonna do some commercial deep dropping. There's too much current to do that, so when there's current, it's good for sword fishing, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't have any swordfish in the freezer. So I'm gonna try and get up on a swordfish today. I'm not gonna be as educational as far as breaking the entire rig down and everything. I did a pretty comprehensive episode last time I went sword fishing. So if you're looking at learning a ton about the rig and how to set and all that, I'll put a tag for that up top. But other than that, if you want to come fishing, come along with me. First thing I'm doing is I'm getting my drift, and that looks beautiful. The ledge I'm fishing runs east and west, and I'm literally moving east at three knots ish. So that is ideal. I'm gonna get set up and run across these numbers and see if we can get lucky and hook a swordfish. I also caught some live bait. There's been a lot of tunas around. I know some of you like to know what I have on the boat and why. While I'm out here, there's a good chance of seeing a floater that could have wahoo, a good chance of seeing mahi or tuna or something. So I have a wahoo rod ready with a lip lure. I have a spinner with one of those Kiko's jigs I talked about last episode, just in case any mahi come by. And because I have live bait, I have a pitch rod with 30-pound fluoro and just a J hook there. So I'm ready for anything that comes at me. We're gonna start with sword fishing and kind of see how the day goes. Enough rambling, let's go fishing. So sword fishing is one of those fisheries I think that we overthink a ton as fishermen. I'm fishing about a 6-month-old reef frozen bait. It's literally been sitting in my freezer. A lot of people obsess over fresh baits. I've caught so many on old frozen baits. This one's honestly a little more beat up than usual, but I'm gonna give it a try anyways. I don't have any fresh mahi bellies, so frozen is the only option. You're gonna get set up. Down she goes. All right. I've got ballpark about how much line I need out. It kind of varies depending on current and such. So I'm gonna turn the boat around, square up, and try and get this line up and down. And as I always do, I know time seems to fly by in YouTube world. Try to keep it real, just letting you know, first bait down. We are starting 9:41 a.m. Pretty up and down, so I'm gonna find bottom. That is the bottom. Come up about 50 feet or so, ballpark, no exact science. And now we wait. How long? I do not know. So I'm starting in 1620. You can see I'm drifting this way towards all my numbers. I mark all the fish I've caught. The pink ones are landed fish, blue and white are bites. Quite a few in that area. This is a game of patience. It is 10:15. We're starting to go slack, which is a good thing. Real subtle, very, very subtle bites. If I had to guess, it seems like it's something small, but I'm gonna let it eat here for a sec. Kind of just wait, hopefully it hooks itself. It seems to be hooked because if it's going slack, it means it's pulling the weight up, so it's taking weight off of the rod. So give it a second, I'm gonna start bringing it up here. So to be completely honest, I can't even tell if there's a fish on here or not. It kind of acted weird at first, it went real light. If it is a fish, it's a small one, so I'm gonna bring it up and check it and just see. I'm gonna have the cameras ready just in case, but Unless it's just the laziest fish on the planet, it's either no fish or a very, very small fish. You can see he's starting to be a little aggressive with it. Definitely a fish on here now. At first he was very, very lazy, couldn't even tell, but you can see even without the roll of the waves, there's a little bit of digging going on. Actually starting to stall the rod out just a bit, or reel rather. Maybe it came to life. Hopefully it's a really lazy big one. Not too big though, I gotta get it in the boat. Typically you have somebody driving helping you, but if I'm being honest, I love doing this alone. It's a challenge and it's fun. I'll walk him in here. Oh, he's up top. You foul hook? I can't tell. Maybe foul hooked. Looks like I'm kind of just dragging him. Looks like I'm just dragging him on the surface. Maybe foul hooked. Yep, just a baby. He's not done yet, he's angry. There he went. Beautiful. He was foul hooked. Definitely wasn't big enough, that's all right. Oh, he's coming right under the boat. He's right here. Ate my old stinky bait. Oh, this is too cool. Just a little guy. How cool is that? Right under the boat, he's just swimming around. He definitely wasn't legal, so it's okay that he got off, but he doesn't know what's going on. He's just swimming circles around the boat. Right here. Look at him. Super cool. Let's get reset. Well, that was super cool. Hopefully that footage turns out. Not often you get footage of a swordfish underwater, but my old frozen bait, he ate it. This thing's 6 months old, refrozen, freezer burnt, smelly, crusty, and defeated, but he ate it, so I'm putting it back down. And like I said earlier, I mark every single swordfish I catch or hook. So I marked that one. Small swordfish released. Pretty much you just get like a scatter plot of where you want your baits. And we're off. Just had a very aggressive bite there. Camera wasn't on, but we'll see if he comes back. Did one big whoop like that. Come on, baby. Come on. That was a nice bite. Pretty aggressive, it is. YouTube land time check, 11 o'clock. So they seem to be biting today. I'm gonna drop this down just a little bit. See if we can get him to come back here. That was a nice bump. It's a beautiful day. Love being out here by myself. Every once in a while I'll come out and fish all day alone. I'd do it more if I could, but really just enjoy it. Nice and peaceful. Get away from the world. Just had a big bite, another one. You can see it's kind of hanging down. When the boat rolls, it should be coming up with the boat, and it's not. Just a little irregular there. Yep, see it's coming up slack. I'm about 100 feet off the bottom. You can see that rod is almost slacking out. That is what I want to see, baby. Time check, 11:19. They are chewing. Oh, we're slack. We are slack, baby. So still very light. I'm gonna let this fish fight the weight for a second. Hopefully the weight is 10 pounds of weight on there. So hopefully that weight will be enough to drive that hook. And then I'm gonna flip the reel on and put the boat in gear and hopefully get this thing on here. See, it's starting to go down now, so we'll turn it on. Kind of out in front of me, so I'm gonna put it in reverse. I have a lot of people that argue with me about this. Sometimes I go forward, sometimes in reverse. I don't know which way that fish is swimming. There's so much line out. Fish could be this way, it could be behind me. As long as we're moving in a certain direction. And that just loaded up real hard, so that means that fish is on there. So I'm gonna back off the drag just a hair. That is what I wanna see! Hopefully this one's a little bigger. We need a keeper. So not a whole lot happening right now. A lot of give and take. I'm real light on the drag. This one seemed to set a little harder, so I'm thinking it may be a smidge bigger. But just slowly bringing it up. It just started coming up really fast. And I was doing something, not paying attention, so it either came off or the fish is coming up. We may have lost it. So last time my weight was a lot higher number, which means the spool is spooled a lot tighter, which means there's more weight on there, or there was more weight on there. So that means this is gonna zero out, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to do this manually at some point. Come on there. Didn't lose them. Gonna come up. Showing the bill. Oh, pulled it off right there. Was another small one. Was another small one, that's okay. Feisty fish though. I'm telling you, they're loving the 6-month-old refrozen bait. I've got another one in there. Gonna switch it out. He took quite a bit of the meat out. Switch it over to the other one. So 2 bites on 3 drifts is pretty good in my book. Both small fish, but at least they're biting. I've had much worse days out here, I promise you that. I've spent 12 hours drifting without even a single bite before. Got another old crusty frozen bait that's been in the freezer since probably September. Gonna put it down. So somehow I managed to snag bottom, which I don't really understand because I found bottom, brought it up 100 revs, and rod just doubled over and I clipped something. I don't really get it, but drove way up current of it. I'm trying to pull it out from an angle, but it's not looking good. Breaking off is an expensive, painful, time-consuming mistake. The weight alone costs about $40. So that was not ideal, but it happens sometimes, unfortunately. Nothing you can do. I put that old crusty bait down just to save time while I am re-rigging. Not giving up yet. I'm over here rigging my bait, not paying attention, and this is doubling over, getting a bite. Immediately into the drop. First old crusty bait, part 3. You can see it dipping there. That's a fish for sure. Time check. 1 o'clock. You can watch this bite happening. See, it's getting lighter. Fish is starting to swim that weight up. Hopefully it swims it all the way up. The little ones will swim it a little bit up and then stop. The big ones will literally swim it all the way to the surface, so. Fingers crossed, maybe we can get a little redemption after breaking off there. That was kind of painful. So turn the reel on, set the hook. You can see how heavy that got. Heavy drag at the beginning to drive it. It looks like we are tight. Wow. That was 2 or 3 minutes into that drift. That was insane. I go really light leader from here on. I haven't seen his size yet. I saw the swirl, but just in case. I have a feeling it's a smaller fish, but I'm a mess. Forgot to get everything out. The rubber bands on those lights are sticking, so I gotta pull past them. Whoops, and I'm zeroed out. And he pulled the hooker right there. 3 for 3 for pulling hooks. I'll be honest, I didn't really get a good glimpse of that one. It could have been legal. I never saw him up on the surface. Unfortunately, it happens. I will tell you what though, the crusty bait is winning today. 3rd fish, 6-month-old crusty bait, going back down. 5th drop. 5th drop going down. I don't know what the deal is today. I can hook them all the way to the boat. 2 definitely short. That last one, I didn't get a good look at him. He may have been a keeper, there's no telling, but I don't know. Maybe I'll let him eat a little longer next time. I swear, some days I hook every single fish and it does not come out, and some days this happens, you can't get one to stick. I don't know. I don't do anything differently. The bite is on. 133. Just had a nice whack. Man, The bite is on. I just can't catch one. I can hook them, just can't catch them. See if it comes back. It was 3 big whoop, whoop, whoop. Come back, buddy. I tell you what, I'm almost gonna exclusively fish old crusty baits from now on. Come on, baby. Show me some love. Oh, see it right there. Big old thump. Right there. Boop. I'm gonna let him eat it. Right there. So very subtle. If you've never, oh, that was a big one. If you've never seen sword fishing, the bite is extremely subtle. Right there. That was actually a decent sized one. Decent sized bite, rather. All right, gonna let him eat it. Let's try this. Maybe 4th time's the charm. 90% sure that last fish came off. Let him go about 30 seconds, kept bobbing up and down, doing nice taps, and just never came tight, never went slack. So I think he came off, gonna continue to drift. I've lost count. I don't know what bite we're at. Starting to slack off there just a little bit. These things are just chewing like crazy. You'd think I'd be able to catch one. Timestamp 1:58. If you're thinking about booking a sword trip, this never, ever, ever happens. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year, literally. I don't know. I think it's time to retire old Krusty. Going with the new bait, same skirt. Not bad. Like I said, worst case scenario, I broke a myth today that you need a fresh bait. Got 3 to the boat and I think hooked or had 5 or 6 bites on the same 6-month-old refrozen bait. Let's get another one down. Man, I was losing faith. Been a few hours since I've had a bite. We got something going on right now. See, it's digging. Lots of little ticks. I don't know if you can tell. Right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Kind of jumping. Just a regular. Give him a second and let him eat. Trying to be patient here. Some days you can't get them, but I'm trying to give it my best shot. Nice bite going on. There we go. Starting to get a little light. I like it. Come on, baby. Check back in. Oh, we are tight. Last drift of the day. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna turn the cameras off until this thing gets up to the weight. Maybe I got some bad juju going on with the cameras, but wish me luck. We're definitely tight. Literally just watch the hook pull coming up. What can you do? Some days it's just not your day. But I have no complaints. That's all I got for this one. Just wasn't my day today. Truth is, some days we come back empty-handed. I hooked, I think 5 fish, had 2 other bites, got 3 to the boat, lost them at the boat. 2 small, 1 maybe. But that's how it goes sometimes. As always, thanks so much for your time. I do appreciate it. Hit the like button if you have not already. Really do appreciate the love and support you guys are sending out. Doing my best to keep the videos coming, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.